Now, people tell a lot of bullshit on each other on TikTok every day, yeah? So say now, for instance, for me to come up on TikTok and make a big, massive accusation against someone, and keep in mind it as a lie, yeah? We've got Miss Red now talking about it like a big judge, chamber and arm sitting there, ruining people's reputations, ruining people's lives, without fact-finding anything. I could never call it a good platform. Never in a million years. I'm sorry, but I'm not.
I think, from my opinion, the FYP News, it's such a big platform, and it's obviously a platform. It's big because people are attracted to it. People want to go in there and find out what's going on. So there is like almost a demand for it. But I think what's gone wrong is that it's become a place where people go on and they are offensive. Like today, I've made it very clear we are not in here to personally attack each other. Maybe it just needs to be more controlled. I don't know, but it has, it's not nice for everyone to be personally attacking each other in that way. And I think that's where it becomes more, it's no longer a debate. It almost feels like, 9 people in a box attacking one person, and it's very difficult. I think Miss Red needs to maybe, look at how it's been done. I don't know, like it's her platform, it's up to her how she runs it. But I do think people need to be heard fairly. I do feel that people need to be, it needs to be controlled conversations, because a lot of these conversations are highly sensitive, just like the one we're having now. But it can be controlled. We're doing a controlled conversation. I actually feel bad for everybody
Can't hear you.
Everyone involved, because all of this is awful.
Can I just say one thing?
My phone keeps
let me speak and I'll mute myself afterwards, yeah? So let's go back to when me, Pearl, Angie was all in Miss Red's box. And I was thinking to myself, like, Angie is actually wrong. Why is Miss Red siding with her? Why? Well, I guess we all know now, don't we, why she was siding with her. Because she knew the dirt she done, and she knew the damage she done. That's why her nostril was stuck 9 miles up the other one.
I was confused. I was confused with that friendship. I was.
She knew.
And
you go back through them screen recordings, they're on the FYP page, you can look them up, you can put in Miss Red, Pearl, Angie, Miss Red, Pearl, Bridget, come up. She sat there and she agreed with every single word that Angie said. But apparently she sits on the fence.
Guys, all of these people talking about this is wrong. Listen, Miss Red holds a platform where she talks about people daily. We are talking about what's going on the app. There is no disrespect taking place here. If you are offended by it, please remove yourself. And that's it. Just remove yourself. This isn't a hate campaign. This is a discussion.
Are you having me a fucking giraffe, sweetheart? If that's the case, there's a hate campaign on it every morning. Miss Red's a big grandmother. I think she'd have better things to be doing with her life than debating people's lives up on the internet. People have a hard enough time. And like one bit funny, you've got an argument, yeah? Me as a creator myself, you've got an argument with someone. I'm not just arguing with someone, I'm arguing in front of thousands of people online.
Amazing.
It's screen recorded and it's getting shared everywhere.
Or anyone in these boxes, yes.
If I've got a problem, if something's going on in my life, I'm being screen recorded, forget about that. Then you've also got Miss Red jumping on it to add the extra little bit of sprinkles to the fire. A few more splashes of petrol I'll add to it. That's what she does. That is what she does. I'm sorry, but I'm also one bit sorry either.
Okay, let's now go to Mary. Hiya, Mary.
Hiya.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm wanting to find out, well, not find out, Angie is now all of a sudden having a problem about this so-called video. Not so-called video, the video that is out there. But she's the one that openly advertised it on her platform that she was going to clap her and going to do this. Is she that naive to know that people is going to follow her and record it and do this?
I think she knew as well that it'd been shared before this hit the FYP yesterday. I think she knew all about it, and apparently she was okay with what she knew all about this, and she was okay with it. But obviously, you know, I'm not sure if Angie's now going with the majority because it's come out and people are offended by it. But Angie was aware of all this. I will say that she was aware.
I've also heard as well, I don't know anything about Clapper yet, because as far as I'm concerned, I just smell a piss off it. I wouldn't like to know about it. But as I'd heard in these comments earlier, that you can't screen record on there. So you would need another phone to record it.
Yeah.
Well, I seen a video, whenever that first came out, that I seen a video of a young lad who had been in, and I sat in many boxes on the app of people's, and he was the one that was showing it on a live stream on a page here. I will look for it. I will look for that video. But as for people, I don't know, does TikTok people think they're all judge and jury wanting receipts and this, that and the other?
I actually think it's pathetic, all of this. I actually think it's pathetic, the whole thing.
It's not real life. TikTok is starting to become people's life, and it's wrong because you're not getting out in the real world. And as for Miss Red, she's a two-faced little git, and I hope she hears me. You want to get up in the box, you'll not get up in the box, but yet she'll take every Tom, Dick and Harry that's in the box at all times. She picks and chooses who she wants in to bring up her views. Yesterday she was on a conversation and saying about, I want to get such to this show, I want to get such to do this show. When did she become TikTok manager?
Exactly, Mary. Thank you.
Yeah. Exactly that.
That's what I'm saying.
Guys, I know she's watching. I'm getting messages, so
Good.
yeah.
Lyrical, do you mind if I just have my say? Because I've got to shoot and I've got loads of stuff to do.
Hello.
So one little thing, right? Why I don't get personally, yeah. So I've been watching Miss Red for quite a while, yeah. So I was friends with one of her admin. Mum, I'm on the live a sec. I was friends with one of her admin, yeah. One of her other admins seemed to have a problem with me. I don't know what that problem was, yeah. And that admin kept on blocking me. So my friend went to Miss Red and said, look, why is this person blocking you out of my life? Because it obviously wasn't Miss Red, yeah. And then she was like, oh, that's fine if another admin blocked me. But then my friend keeps on unblocking me and then, again blocked them, then unblocked and blocked again.
The thing is, Welsh, like right now, yeah, we've got 1.2k people in here, yeah. And the chat moves really, really quick. Yeah. And, sometimes mods get it wrong. I'm not making excuses, but the amount of time I've gone for somebody that's been trolling in the comments to block, and I've ended up, because the chat moves so quickly, I've ended up blocking someone else in error, yeah?
No, but it's not just one time. It's happened 3 or 4 times. It's happened 3 or 4 times.
What I don't want to get into, Welsh, is people that are being blocked and things like that, because that's not really discussed.
I just had to bring it up. It's like one of those things.
I do understand how that would make you feel. Because unfortunately, we're not here to discuss these kind of things. What I don't want is everybody that has a problem with Miss Red coming into the boxes, because that's all I would be is the same as everyone else that's doing that at the moment, and that's not what I want. What I want is a very controlled but fair discussion. Okay. So I do understand, but this is not appropriate right now. Okay. All right. Thank you for coming in, though. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, Bob Starr, I'd like to hear from you, darling.
Right. Lyrical and Bridgie, I take my hat off to both of you. I didn't know your background. However, racism is well off the cards.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see Bridgie as a traveller. I don't see Lyrical having a mixed race daughter. If anybody's got anything to say, come say it to me. I'm a mixed grill. I'm an Italian born in Africa, grew up in Africa, living in Scotland.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, racism isn't good on any level, and this isn't to do with Miss Reds. I'm going to make this clear. This is not. There's 2 topics that are being discussed today, guys. I agree on any level. The comments that are derogatory to a community or It's just not on. It's just not on, Bob.
And don't go attacking people with disabilities. Yeah, I take the mick out of myself
Yeah.
because I've got no legs.
Okay. Guys, anybody
But that's something different.
Yeah. Okay.
Bob, you're a lovely person.
You are a lovely person. And Bridgie, do you want to just talk about what in the chat what Bob is referring to?
So this morning I woke up to a screen recording being sent to me of DJ Decker firework night last night. He was, I'll play it 1 second instead. I'll show you. Hold on.
To one another in love, honor one.
Who's that? Nanny Jane. I don't know Christine. I don't know Amy. I don't know Charlie. I've known Kels and Elliot, for a couple of weeks because they're fellow Spartans. I know Bridgie. I know Bob. I know Johnny. Would you like me to explain how I know them and our conversations as well, darling? Because you seem to be really interested.
Right, this is the video.
Having a flag next to your fireworks, you mad bastards. You're right. Oi, guys, tap the screen. What are you doing with that? Biggest gang of jippos I think I've ever met. Oh, hey, don't use that word, you dirty man. Dirty man.
So he was saying like they were like a big gang of jippos. Obviously, Dave Duran told him not to use that word. And even though he was told not to use it, he found it hilarious afterwards. It wasn't Tracy, no. Well, let me just tell you one thing. Do you know if he changed that word to an N-word or anything, you wouldn't get a word edge-word in this chat. And that's the truth. You really wouldn't. Big love to you, Bobster, as well.
I think this needs to be discussed. I think this needs to be discussed with DG. Maybe you guys can set up a time to talk.
We were already discussing it this morning, Lyrical, before all this went on. We were all talking about it this morning.
Okay.
This whole live thing happened because we were speaking about it.
Michelle, gypsy. The term gypsy is fine. The term jippo is not. It's not okay. The term jippo is used in a derogatory way, just like the N word is towards the community. So that's the issue here. That is the issue here. But I think that needs to be discussed. Okay. Can we go to Christine next, guys? If there's nothing more to add, can I ask you to drop out, please? Christine, good morning.
Good morning. I think it's the people that's on the app that's taking. They don't care what they say about people.
See, because the dirt in the comments, yeah, the pure and utter filth in the comments are saying, she's reaching. She's reaching. You're not getting offended because you wasn't called that since the day and hour you were born. That's why you're not getting offended. I'm getting offended because I grew up as a child going to school being called this my whole life. That's why none of you are getting offended. Stick your nose 9 mile up your own hole. Don't do that.
Imagine. Stop. Please.
You ain't getting offended because you've never been affected by it. That's why.
It's not banter, Tracy Elizabeth. It's not banter. Imagine being a 5-year-old going to school and being called a dirty, scummy jippo by the parents of the children you're playing with in the playground.
We're all grown up.
Is that right? Is that right?
We're not at school anymore. We're all grown up.
But my children goes to school, Christine.
She gets it on the daily.
I've got 3 small children that goes to school.
We
Just
get
because
it.
you were
We
never
get
affected,
it ever since
Christine.
we're fucking born, mate. And for them to say it and they say, "Oh, I didn't know what it meant," a load of shit.
They don't know what it means.
Of course they do.
100%. They're not stupid.
It's
Do you know what I mean? It's just they've no mentality.
Sonic the Hedgehog. It's not banter.
Greta, get them. Yes, Greta, get them.
They've no mentality. They don't care
We're
about.
just having a conversation about the world and its wife. People, come on. We're not bullying nobody. I've just joined, and if you want me to bully, I'll bully. It's no bother to me.
The only thing they care about is the money coming in from TikTok. That's the only thing they want is the money. That's all they want is money.
It's just got to be on a joke now, people. You know, this school ground tactics when they're still calling us chippos and pikeys. You can't do it because you wouldn't call a black man the N-word, would you? And I ain't going to say it because I'm not a derogatory
Tracy,
person.
listen, let me tell you. See, this whole chat is really mute right now. It's all
Yeah,
very, very quiet.
it is, Bridget.
It's very quiet, isn't it?
Bridget,
Which I think is very weird. Yeah, this whole conversation is gone mute. Yeah?
Yes.
But yet, if roles was reversed,
100%.
fuck right off.
Look, I just jumped in this box to help back my bridge here because the girl's just lovely.
She's lovely and she's a fucking sound as a pound person.
Hello, Lyrical.
People need to start.
Tracy, hiya. I think, guys, you know, for those of you that aren't aware, that term is highly, highly offensive to that community. You know, this community has been subjected to discrimination for years, and it is race, you know, them kind of terms can be taken as racism. So at the end of the day, you know, Bridgie, as you can all hear, is affected by this. Because
It's not just Bridges affected, it's every traveller and gypsy in over the world. If they heard that, they would be highly offended of it.
Because
seriously, the quietest gypsy woman would be seriously offended by that word.
Yeah.
Even every Irish person would be affected by that word.
And you know what? You know, for the comments that are saying, like, oh, like it's reaching, because you don't know. You don't know what it's like to grow up being abused like this all your life. You don't know what it's like to try and go and sit down in a shitty nail salon to have your nails done, and you have to pay first. You don't know what it's like to bring your child out on their birthday and you ain't allowed in. You ask them why can't I come in, because I'm not allowed to serve travellers. You don't know, so don't come and tell me that I'm reaching when you do not know.
You walk into a shop, you walk up the stairs, they're on the walkie-talkies, jippos are in. Where is that acceptable?
Yeah, the people that's actually saying that, I bet their parents or their grandparents were the ones that had posters in their windows saying no blacks, no Irish, no dogs.
Exactly,
because that's
Jenny.
the mentality of them.
Exactly.
I just don't get why people do it for. They know what it means. They know full well what they're saying, but then as soon as they picked up on it, I didn't know what it meant.
Guys, can I just ask you all to do something? I can just see the chains just come in the room, chain reaction.
Do you want me to pop out Lyrical? Because I will, but I'm in the comments for Bridgie.
All right, darling. Thank you, Tracy.
That's all right, no worries.
Love you, Trace.
Love you too, Bridge.
Guys,
what happened with Chain? Because I want to hear about, because I keep saying...
Well, this is what I'm going to address. Hi, Chain Reaction.
Chain's lovely.
Guys, if you could all go to Chain... Can we just pin Chain Reaction to the top, please, mods? If everybody could please go to Chain Reaction's main page. There is a video on her main page of what I call a fake medium. His name is James. What's his last name? James. But he has been... He's been talking to a young girl on the app. I believe she was underage, and has been saying very suggestive things about her. It's all on Chain Reaction's main page. It is a video.
Yeah.
We are trying to raise awareness about it, and I'm going to ask if you can all go over to Chain Reaction's page and share out that video and just make people aware. The more people that are aware of this individual and how he is around young girls, the better. He is a wrong 'un, a complete and utter wrong 'un. You know, he came in when I first came on the app. I'll tell you what happened with me and him. He first came in to my life when, you know, I was just first on the app. And he came in and he told me that both my parents had deceased, and he started giving me initials for their names. First of all, neither of my parents are deceased. He got the initials wrong, and when I sort of said, no, that's not the case, he started screaming at me, and I just ended the live. And it really actually affected me because I didn't know who he was at the time, and then it made me go out and research him a bit. And since then, I've realised he is a complete wrong 'un. Yeah, James Bucknell. And he does these kind of things quite a lot. So he poses on the app as a medium, and then he tries to read people, random people, you know, when they go into lives with him. And when they don't agree with what he's saying, he literally starts going in, he starts targeting them. he has recently been targeting what I would say are the larger creators. So if when you sort of search him on TikTok, you'll see that he's actually targeted Misread. He's targeted. Now he's obviously going against Chain Reaction. What he has done is he's made threats to Chain Reaction's family, threatened to put out fake videos and things and sell a narrative that Chain Reaction's family are wrong-uns. So this is why Chain Reaction is, sort of, had a bad day yesterday, because he's a complete wrong-un. Yeah, he is a complete wrong-un, guys.
Yeah, he is.
Wrong-un. So if you wouldn't mind, there's one point. There's 1.2k people in here. Even if half of you onto that video now and reposted it, that would be a good push for change. Sort of, they feel here's change, guys. Change coming in.
Oh, how you, darling?
Hi, Chain. Sorry, I didn't want to. I'm glad you've come in, but I know how this deeply affected you yesterday. So what I'm going to do is ask everyone to mute while Chain talks, if that's okay.
Morning all. I'm still in bed. I'm not. I'm okay. I didn't sleep great. Just with the internet. We've got a recording of him saying what he is going to do and what he's going to say about me and my husband. He said about smashing my face in with a baseball bat. He said about threatening to, if he had all the money in the world, he would get someone to so it's not on his hands. He said he's not afraid that, to punch me in the head and stuff like this. I've got all the recordings. I've got him recording, saying he's going to spread lies about my husband. The thing is, people you've got the recordings. We know he's a wrong-un. He's this and that. But this is the internet. Once something is out there, that is out there, and there is people that will believe it. If my husband's picture gets put out there with the most disgusting things on it, people are going to believe that. And I'm ringing the police today, guys. I was going through all my videos last night when I come off live, and I was making sure I got everything together, so I could ring them up. And I've got a case number from someone who previously rung Halifax police and stuff like that. I've got a log number. But this is my life. When people say this is just an app, it's not just an app when it comes to your door.
If anybody doesn't know who Chain Reaction is, you may have seen the puppet skits and shows that come onto the FYP. Chain's content is mainly focused around creating puppets of creators and doing these skits, and her work is amazing. This is a very positive creator on the app that is being targeted unnecessarily. Guys, please, if you can't find it's on the videos on Chain Reaction's main page. I've also reposted it. It's an individual called James Bucknell. Chain outed them for being inappropriate with young girls on the app. So this is what it is. This is what it is. And unfortunately, Chain Reaction is now being targeted. Let's all, make sure that we repost that video and make awareness on it. And this isn't, we're not talking about this with a view of people going over to his live and attacking him or anything like that. We just want to raise awareness so that when people end up in a live with him, they know exactly who he is and can disconnect. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
There was a comment saying, has he come to my door? He hasn't come to my door as such. I mean, he's saying that he's got degrees. He can say what he likes, but you just never know what's going on in someone's house. He's saying he's got degrees. He's saying he can find me. He's saying he's got cousins. He's saying he's got brothers. He's saying he can smash in the car. He can smash in our house. I've got my 2 little boys here. This is my family home. This is...
Yeah.
For what he has said...
If you can't find the video, guys, go to my page. I've reposted it. I reposted it yesterday. It's there.
I don't even know. I'm at a loss at the minute.
I'm a message away, that if you need to have a chat or anything, sweetheart. That's a friend of mine had a load of hassle with him as well, but he didn't get very far with him. but it was relentless. It went on and on and on and on and on. So
Yeah, I definitely think he's a sandwich short of a picnic with the way he behaves.
yeah, 100%.
Can I ask a question? Why is TikTok allowing this to happen?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well,
why is TikTok allowing this to happen to people?
Because you got to understand, TikTok is a business. TikTok's about earning money. If there's money coming in on the platform, don't want to do anything whatsoever about it. As long as there's money coming in, TikTok will not step in.
Can the police not do nothing about it?
Yeah, 100%. But you got to actually bring this stuff to the police for the police to actually take any action on it. They're not monitoring this platform and just picking out stuff. You actually need to go to the police with the evidence and bring it to their attention before they can actually take any action on it.
Can I just have this comment here? Someone said, have your own opinions. Chain, did you and your husband call him a peddalo first before his reactions? I did not have your opinions. I have the video of the whole live and what he has said. And do you know what? On this account, I am going to upload every 3-minute video. I went into his box. I simply asked him questions as to why he was talking to an underage girl about her backside like he was, because it was disgusting. We had people in his chat saying she's underage, people saying she's in a school uniform, why are you talking to her about like that? We had I asked someone when I was live, I said, can you go over and ask how old she is? To which she responded, I'll be banned if I tell you, I keep telling you this. And he actually got muted who asked. I have all the proof, and I'm going to upload it on this account. You can hear it for yourself. I was live at the time, so he's in the background. He was on my phone. He was the one that said that word, not me. He can sit there and say I called him that. I asked him questions calmly until the ending when I started to raise my voice because I was just angry, and then he kicked me out of his box. So no, that he's just a liar. He's a compulsive liar. He's deluded. There's something wrong with him, and he can't just spout shit off that he's going to do this and do that and make lies up about my husband and my family.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I'm glad you've come in this morning, Shane, because obviously we can create some awareness about this. I don't think he would dare. I mean, anything that he put out like that, should, hopefully there's just going to be thousands of people reporting it. Do you know what I mean?
Just on that.
Can I say something too?
I would be careful posting this stuff. I would just maybe go to the police with it, as you say, as you're going to do, before reposting all this stuff, because it may jeopardise the case. So if you're wanting to go to the police first, get their advice rather than repost everything.
I'll upload the first clip, which actually just states my conversation to him. That's the only one I'll upload then. And you can hear that I was asking him questions. He's the one that used that word, not me. And if I hadn't posted a video on my page, no one else would have done. No one else would have been aware. He would have just carried on, swept under the carpet and carried on with his foul comments. So someone has to do something. If we don't do anything, it's just going to continue.
That's exactly it.
Yeah,
That's what
everyone
I'm
on the
sort of in here
platform
to
can
talk about.
reshare that video that's on there to make awareness. But as for yourself, I wouldn't be going and posting everything until you've actually spoken to the police and made your case there with them. And ask their advice. Is it okay for you to repost it on your platform? But you just don't want to jeopardise a case if by reposting stuff.
Yeah, I would just upload the one that where I just spoke to him. I didn't call him that word at all, and he was the one that actually said it, because that's the one thing that he's going around saying, and it's not true.
Jane, anybody that disagrees with him, he goes in on them, he goes mad. There's videos all over the FYP, and it could be something very simple. If he comes in your live, he tries to read you, he gets it wrong, and the person will say, oh no, that's not right. And then it all goes downhill from there.
I paid for a reading to show everyone on my live, to show him what he's like. So I actually gave him 1,000 coins, which just makes me feel sick. This was before all this. And I was in the chat and he said, can you change your profile picture to the person you want me to contact or whatnot? I was like, no, I'll just leave it as it is. And then he was like, can you tell me who he is or who they are? I said, what, you want to know my relationship with this person? He was like, yeah, I need to know who it is. I was like, okay, well, it's my granddad. And then he said, he wrote a name down or something. He said, can you tell me the name of this person? Because yes, so my granddad said, so can you tell me the person's name or your dad's name? And I was like, at this point, I'm just telling you everything, and you're telling me nothing. So I was like, no, I don't know my dad. I do know my dad. I said, but I said my granddad's name, and he went, that's not the name I've got. I'm gonna mute you because this is just taking too long because we're doing it over chat. And I'm just like, you're the biggest scammer. You're just disgusting. You're deluded. You shouldn't even be on it. He is awful. He is an awful person. And yeah, muted me, so I paid 1,000 coins, and he muted me. I just wanted to show people. Unfortunately, I was live at the time, and I had him on in the background when this all happened, because then I was on another account in his live then. But I actually got banned from my main account last Monday, and I couldn't retrieve this reading because once you get a violation from a ban, you can't get that live access. So I wanted it as proof, and yeah, I was disappointed that I couldn't get it, but. Yeah, he's awful. He's terrible. He's disgusting.
How can we protect our children if we have these people on the apps?
This is what I'm trying. This is what I'm here for, because last night, and early hours this morning, there was a 13-year-old girl that got to number 10 or 11 on the Rising Stars doing live. With men in her box, gifting her and saying when they get paid at the end of the month, they'll pay so they can have a Snapchat. They're DMing her. We managed to get that account taken down. And after about 100 reports, them coming back of no violation, it finally got taken down. She then went on to another account, and it carried on. We then found another 3 underage accounts all on live. Parents not knowing they're on live, they're being gifted. One of them goes under a fan page of a creator on here. There's also adult creators that have got children in their lives being gifted and stuff. Now it's been taken to TikTok headquarters, and it's been taken to managers and stuff. And basically, we've been told to ignore it and stay away from it. Now, there's a group of us, including Scottish Michelle, and a few other creators have got on board. And it's now a case of we need as many people to make as much noise. Petitions need to be made. Ofcom needs to be have complaints put in, because TikTok are actually doing nothing. I've been up all night. There's been about 100 of us been up all night or had a couple of hours sleep. There's no ID required to make these accounts. There's absolutely nothing, and it's all money over morals, as everyone's stating. And I'm literally in here to try and make as much noise as possible to get as many people on board as possible for when these petitions come out. Their parents were downstairs, basically, or asleep. They had no idea. Chain reaction. Michelle's been making noise about this for the last 2 or 3 weeks. And all she's getting is hate messages saying that she's a sad, lonely old woman who just wants attention and blah, blah, blah. All of this stuff. Like, she's just got complete hate from certain people. Saying that it's all for attention. And I'm just basically here. If you can follow either Michelle's account or my account or other people that are going in chats and trying to bring it up, just so when these petitions and stuff come out, that it's going to have somewhere, there's got to be enough noise where somewhere TikTok have got to listen, because at the moment, TikTok sits either top 1 or top 2, along with Discord for being the 2 biggest apps for child safety and child trafficking. And
So can I just want to
TikTok
just
doesn't
say,
seem to
Jane,
be given
can you
an
DM me,
absolute
please?
toss.
Yeah, we'll do, Nikki. And for those
Yeah,
that were saying
thank you,
about
'cause
going to the police, I will be going to the police today. I was getting all my videos together, so I have everything. I've got a case number that someone else previously has gone to the police about in Halifax, so I will be going to the police today. That is happening.
Okay, can you DM me after this? Because I think I know who you're talking about. And I'm also of that.
Oh, one of the
Victim
comments
shifting.
says that the parents are
But
responsible
DM me
for
after,
the.
yeah?
Yeah, we'll do. We'll do,
Someone kick me
Nikki.
out.
Do you want me to kick
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
like
someone kick me
people
out,
say,
please.
where are the parents? It's the parents'
Who am I kicking
responsibility.
out?
But some children don't have the luxury of decent parents, or they're in care homes and on their phones of a night time, and they're looking for that attention. And we managed to speak to one girl, and she was on a creator's fan page. Hello, No Face. Did you get spoken to by Big Jam? Yeah, basically, she was on a big creator's fan page that she'd set up, and her parents were asleep or downstairs. They had no idea she was on live. And she sees it as fame. Someone come into her box and was like, who's this creator? And she's like, oh, they're really famous. They're really famous people on here. Like, and they're being blindsided to thinking that this app is fame and is going to get them somewhere in life. There was another creator who went live and started battling this person. Big Jam, myself, Michelle, and many others all went over to this verified creator and said, look, this person's 13. They were like, we don't care. I don't care. I'm pushing ranks. Like, she follows me. She's a fan of mine. I'm a verified creator. I'm a verified person. And it was basically said, they were asked, so it's money over morals. They're like, yeah, too right. If you send me a
Who was
line
that?
or a uni, then I'll stop the battle.
Who was that?
I'm not saying names. Maybe ask Big Jam.
No, say names. Don't hide it. We're going to talk about it. You say it straight. Do you know what I mean?
Ginger
Out
Jamie.
whoever it is.
Ginger Jamie, yeah.
Ginger Jamie. Well, Ginger Jamie's a wrong if he's taking gifts off kids, isn't he? It's as simple as that.
He was battling her. He wasn't taking gifts from her. He was battling against her, but he wouldn't come off the battle and disconnect from her because he's pushing the ranks himself.
How old was your child then?
You can verify
13.
this. What's that? Said he.
I've got it screen recorded.
Yeah, but can you clearly see this girl's age?
Yeah, she clearly states it.
Yeah, cool. No, that's all I wanted to know, is just to make sure that obviously make sure he was aware of the situation and
Michelle's blocked Ginger Jamie now. She was disgusted. She's had 2 hours sleep. She's been sobbing her absolute heart out.
No, he never said that. No, he didn't
I
say
can't
that.
believe Michelle's getting the hate for bringing awareness, and people just want to be blindsided by it and just crack on. It's disgusting.
Yeah, Big Jam was there. Like, and TikTok have just said just to ignore it and stay away from it. Like, where is the protection for these kids? Like I said, not all kids have got responsible, decent parents. Like, that's where we step in as adults and creators to protect the vulnerable children that are on this app.
Yeah, but all you can do in these sort of situations is make people aware, and then, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
The
It's hard
thing
to
is,
say.
all the creators on this app need to realise it's their responsibility. A parent can't watch a child 24/7. We all know we're adults here. We all get up to stuff and we're told
She
not
sat
to do it.
she
We're
sat
going
in
to do
her
it.
bedroom last night with Christmas songs on her TV, her lights out, and she sat in her bed with a torch on live.
So clearly the parents don't agree with it.
Wow.
Or they're uninterested.
Yeah, but
exactly, and this is my point. Like, not all parents care. If some parents will do what they can to get their kid out of the way for 5 minutes peace.
You see,
and
when
that's not fair.
If I go live with someone and it's a picture, I will say, "How old are you?" And if they don't answer or their voice is young, I just disconnect.
Yep.
If I go live with someone and they're on camera and they look really young, I will say, "How old are you?" And quite often when I ask them, "How old are you?" they'll either disconnect or I'm disconnecting, because they just look too young. You're right, that as creators, kids are going to try and get on TikTok. It was originally a children's app, right?
There's creators on here that will come live half dressed, taking gifts off these young children. These young children are saying, "Oh, I love you," and they're going, "Oh, I love you too, darling. That means the world to me." This, that, and the other. Like, unfortunately, that's grooming. You are building connections and feelings with naive children.
The responsibility comes down to the creator. It's your room. You control your room. You know who's in it. If there's an underage child in it, you should be blocking that child straight away.
There's no excuses for it, Johnny. There isn't. Especially when you've got an option to turn your audience to 18 and over.
Yes, 100%. It's down to the creator to kick the people out of the room. The parent
Lyrical, can you bring Big Jam into the box because he was there also?
When I say my mods are on point, my mods will literally, if they notice anyone who looks underage, they're instantly blocked. Do you know what I mean? There ain't no fucking about.
In the summer, the recent school break they had, two kids that actually came in, right? But they're on the profile pictures of an adult, all the rest of it. So they came in and instantly they were just dropped instantly because, you could clearly hear that they were
Alex,
kids.
can I say something? My daughter popped in your live last night. I'm so sorry about that, but she's 16.
It's okay.
But
Good morning.
What for this morning?
Hope you're well.
I was just shared this. I thought I'd come in and have a quick look.
Yeah, sorry, no, Grace. I thought for some reason I thought I told you about it. But no, we went in at Ginger Jamie's live. All he kept saying was, "I'm verified. I'm verified." And like I said to him, I said, "You should take more responsibility then of who you're battling, and take a lead and set an example to other creators, and not battle these youngsters and these children." She was clearly underage. I mean, there was like no question. I don't know what exact age was, but honestly, she looked about 13 years old. That was that
She
young.
was. She was saying, "I'm 31 backwards. I'm 31 backwards."
Well, she was 13. Yeah, she looked like that young. There was no discrepancies over whether she was a child or not. But
he needs to be careful then, especially when he's a busker and likes to busk on the streets. It'd be a shame if someone to turn up and start calling him out on the streets, wouldn't it?
Well, all he kept saying those faces, "I'm doing ranks. I'm ranking. I don't care. I don't care."
Wow.
That's what he kept going on about. So I'm verified. And I said, well, it doesn't matter. What does that got to matter? Doesn't matter if you're verified or not. You shouldn't be
verified or
minors.
not. You know what I mean?
No,
if you're verified, then you should be having a manager that talks and deals with stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, if your manager's setting up battles,
battles, drop that battle and go to another battle.
Managers have turned around and said, like, managers have been contacted and managers have said, "Oh, just ignore it and stay away from it." TikTok HQ have said exactly the same thing.
Yeah, because all they're interested in is the gift money. That's all they're bothered about.
They've said exactly the same thing.
It's
like
ridiculous.
Michelle's been on to HQ for the last 2 weeks.
The problem is you can't talk to TikTok HQ. Your manager can, but like people like us, I've got a TikTok manager. If I've got an issue, I have to go through them. They have to go through someone else who goes to a big person. Do you know what I mean? At HQ themselves. Like, even though they're part of TikTok, it all comes down to different departments. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
That's the only issue you have with this sort of shit. And the thing is that the way that TikTok see it is that if somebody's verified their account with fake ID and a fake age, then there's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah, well, this young girl had a fan page of it's Roots Darling fan page. This is the 13-year-old.
Oh, is that her?
Yeah, that's
with
the one.
with a gifting level of 20, so she's been gifting on here, and we did manage to get her to come off live on that account after we got the one on the Risons taken off completely. And we asked her, like, what do you do with your gift money? She said, I exchange it and gift CLA.
Oh, good God.
Well, you see, I just want to pick up on that
these
there.
young
Someone's
kids,
saying that Michelle's getting so much hate for bringing awareness, yeah? Unfortunately, that's the shit that we have to take with doing this. People don't understand that. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've had people like Jams called out big creators and had nothing but shit from it. Do you know what I mean? Like, these are the sort of things that come with it. But we have to take it on the chin and we have to just push. Do you know what I mean? That's where our morals come into it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
The thing is,
don't mind that bit of fucking hate.
Does CLA even know that all her gifters are underage?
Of course she will. Don't listen.
She won't care.
She will not care. Listen, that's one bird.
Look at Elphaba.
Fucking monkeys.
Elphaba, 90% of her live is children. Like, they do not care.
They ain't got any standards.
Where are they even getting the money from to gift?
Yeah, exactly.
They go live themselves and gift.
Right,
and
listen, can I just stick something up on it, yeah? Right.
Up for
there. So we've got Sophie Lee down in the comments, right? Who's just made a comment there saying, my sister is 10, she gifts, her mum gives her money, why is the issue? Right, well, let me just tell you something now, Sophie, yeah? Your mum is one of the reasons why this app is fucked up. Simple as that, yeah? Because your mum should not be giving your sister who's 10 years old an account when she shouldn't be on it, yeah? Your mum should not be giving your sister money to gift strangers, yeah? So your mum is a big part of that issue. Simple as that.
Yeah, big facts. She shouldn't even have an account until she's 13.
You need to be 18. You need to be 18 to gift. You need to be 18. So being 10, wow.
Yeah, you have to be 18 to even sit in a live and watch it. No, you should have, if you've got an account and you're under 16, your account should be private. You have no
Nick,
DMs.
The reason you've just joined and heard the first thing saying is your mum is because someone down there has made a comment saying that their mum gives their sister who's 10 years old money to gift on this app. So
I would even give my 13-year-old a Go Henry card.
Go Henry card you can recharge on this app with.
That's what I mean?
Yeah. They get dinner money, they get pocket money. There was a child in a creator's live saying, when I get my pocket money, I'm going to sub to you. I love you. Like, and they're like, oh, I love you too. That's so sweet of you. Sorry? How is that normal?
It's not normal.
No, it's not, exactly. But no, Faith, just going back to these, like, when we get loads of shit off these creators for outing them and stuff, you all have to remember the reason for that is because that's their income. They don't work enough and they sit on here all day and all night just begging for gifts. So when you call them out on it, they're not bothered that you're calling them out. They're bothered that you're going to affect their income. That's the main reason they get so affected by it.
Yeah.
That's it. Because I can say that because I live in from your kid's head, yeah? Now I live in his head rent free and have been since we called him out. Like, he was on the weeklies, week in, week out, constantly, up until the point of when we done our first awareness on him, and he fell off the fucking rankings quicker than he's ever jumped on it. Do you know what I mean? And since then, he's never been back on it. And you can see how different he is in his lives now. He's constantly aggy. He's constantly pissed off about something, like, because he just can't keep his composure there because of. He ain't getting the people in to gift him no more. He can't get on the rankings to the point of where he's continuously even threatening his missus to punch her head in while he's online. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's got to that point now where he's just got no fucking self-respect at all.
Right, the people in the comments saying you have to be 13 to have a page. Yes, you do. But under the age of 16, you're not allowed. Your account has to be private. You do not have DMs. If you put in your right age, there is no way you'd have those. So they're putting in fake ages. You have to be 18 to sit in a live, to go live,
to be able to gift and to use TikTok Shop. So these kids that are on this app going live have put in the wrong date of birth.
And the reason, obviously, there's that restriction is, because of the gifting angle, people can take advantage.
Of course, absolutely. And the fact of the matter is, you can do an account on here and you don't get asked for ID, you don't get asked to prove yourself. Anyone can make that account up, and it's not until you go to withdraw money. If you go to withdraw money, they'll ask you for ID, and they don't ask you to verify yourself until you try and top up over the daily.
No, that's changed now. That's changed, Charlie. You have to verify your account now.
Yeah,
all the new laws and everything like that's come in, and literally last week the new bill come through and everything like that is on point now. So.
I had to verify 2 accounts last week.
Yeah, because I've had to set a passport as well. You do have to verify your account now.
Yeah, you do.
But
that's only just come in then.
Yeah, it has only just come in. It's the new bill. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of new things that have come in that people ain't aware of, and this is why you'll see TikTok cutting down so much. Like, I'm not being funny. There's been a few lives lately I've been in where people have got age restriction violations come up, right? So that there tells you that they haven't got their age restriction on already, which is the 18 and over. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you wouldn't get one of them if you did.
Excuse me, no face, no case. So can you verify now at 18?
What? Say that again.
Can you verify now?
You can still set up your account, can't you? Do you need ID to set up an account now or not?
No, what I mean is, can you verify now, even though you've already set up your account, or is this new for new accounts?
TikTok request it off you. They actually give you a message in your inbox requesting your identification.
Right. Okay.
They're going through it now. So what it is, yeah. So the new bills come in, and that new bill needs to be followed by every platform going. Do you get what I'm saying? So what they'll do is they have, I think it's a year or so to roll this out. It's not something that has to be put in instantly. So they have a year to get everything under their belt. So within that year, they're going to have to make sure that all accounts are verified.
Have they set the guidance for that yet, or is it? Because I can it's gone through.
So there's new guidance coming up, I believe, the end of November, which are going to be new TikTok guidance. But the ones with the law, all of that's been set out. That's already the bill's gone through and it's there. You can read it all online.
So no face.
Can someone mute or block that TT Pink Glove Heart account, because I don't think she's old enough to be in here either.
I know. I was going to say, what mods have you got in there? You need to have mods in there. When you talk about things like this, you need to have at least 2 or 3 mods.
I've got a set of mods. I'm trying to find this TT. Oh, here we go. Right
now. I've blocked already. I've blocked.
No face.
I made a 2009 date of birth account and I could join this live. That's someone with just the profile name of 14.
That's right. But within the next week or month, that account will get a verification notice to say they need to verify their account, and they'll have a certain amount of time to do it. If they don't, then they'll lose their account.
But to save all that hassle, why don't you, when you set up an account, they say before we can verify your account and you can actively use your account, you have to upload some identification for your date of birth and everything.
Yeah, I fully agree with that. But that's what they've got to do. So over the next year, that's how they've got to roll it out.
Yeah, he's just said that he's an adult and he just went and made that account to see how easy it was to make an account.
Crikey.
Yeah, everyone knows how easy it is to make accounts on it, and what he just did then just proves it. Do you know what I mean? That you can get an account, you can come in. But if this live was on 18 over, they wouldn't have been able to get in.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's that option. You've got the option of to put.
Right, that's exactly it. So they've been down as 14 on that account. If this live was set to 18 and over, they wouldn't be able to come in here and comment.
There was a creator.
Hold on. Charlie, everyone, all I keep getting is when someone talks, I keep hearing Charlie over. Everyone, if someone's going to talk, can we just all talk individually so we can hear the people in the things that are saying that everyone's talking over each other?
Guys,
Can
just
I
for
just say,
everyone,
sorry, Johnny, I'm going to jump off. I'm going to go. Sorry. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for the gifts, guys. Just if you can make awareness, no face, no case. All of you guys, just appreciate it. Thank you so much. But yeah, have a good day and take care.
You too. Bye, G.
Thank you. Bye bye.